welcome back to the deep dive. This time we're taking a pretty unique approach.
Yeah.
You've sent us a manuscript,
Mm-hmm.
Shadows of Atonement, and you're curious about its potential to really grab readers' attention
Yes.
on social media.
Exactly.
And you want to know what sorts of things could be marketed alongside it.
You got it. It's less about a traditional deep dive into the text itself and more about exploring its potential impact on readers
Gotcha.
and how that can translate into engaging content and marketable ideas.
Okay, so let's unpack this
Okay,
first.
sure.
What stands out to you about this story, just from glancing at the manuscript excerpts?
Immediately, the intensity of the emotions jumps out.
Oh,
We've got love, betrayal, regret,
wow.
even hints of violence and mental health struggles.
Oh, wow.
That rawness is something that can really resonate with people online,
Yeah.
especially if presented authentically.
Totally. And the title itself,
Sure.
Shadows of Atonement, is pretty evocative.
Right.
Makes you wonder what those shadows are hiding, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Mystery taps into our natural curiosity.
Yeah.
Readers love to speculate and try to piece together the puzzle.
Yeah.
And online platforms are the perfect space for that kind of engagement.
All right, so let's get into specifics.
Okay.
The dedication alone
Yes.
is packed with emotion.
Right.
To Courtney, my wife, my muse, and the love of my life.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Clearly, there's a deep love story here that's faced some serious challenges.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that emotional depth continues into the letter
Good.
from the main character, Brian,
Yeah.
to his son, Alexander.
Oh.
He's apologizing for not being the father he should have been.
Oh, wow.
That vulnerability, that raw expression of regret
Yeah.
is something a lot of people can connect with on a personal level.
It's heartbreaking for sure.
Right.
And then you've got this Bishop character
Oh, yeah.
who seems like the classic other man causing all sorts of drama.
Right.
Do you think a character like that can translate to online buzz?
Oh, definitely. Bishop is a potential lightning rod.
Oh,
People will either love him or hate him.
Yeah.
And those strong reactions are marketing gold.
right.
He'll get people talking, debating, sharing their opinions.
Yeah.
And that's what generates buzz on social media.
Okay, so we've got a complex love story,
Yes.
a potentially infuriating other man,
Right.
and then there's this D-man character who is shrouded in mystery.
Hmm.
Who is he?
Yeah.
What's his role in all of this?
Right.
It feels like he's pulling strings from the shadows.
Now, that's a character ripe for online speculation.
really?
People love a good enigma.
Yeah.
Just dropping hints about D-Man's motives and actions on social media could lead to all sorts of fan theories and discussions.
Yeah.
It's a great way to build anticipation for the book's release.
This is already making me want to read Shadows of Atonement.
Really?
So we've got this emotional roller coaster of a story,
Yeah.
compelling characters, and a hint of mystery.
Right.
Let's talk about how those elements could translate into marketable visuals.
Okay.
What do you envision?
Visuals are key in today's world.
Right.
Imagine artwork that captures the intense mood of the book,
Yeah.
playing with shadows and light, using imagery of the river and cabin mentioned in the manuscript.
Okay.
Those visuals could really draw people in.
You're right. We could create dark, atmospheric graphics
Yeah.
for social media. Maybe even tease the story with some graphic novel-style panels.
Exactly.
What about merchandise? What kind of things could we offer alongside the book?
Merchandise is a great way for fans to show their love for a story.
Right.
Think about T-shirts with quotes from the book.
Okay.
Maybe a mug featuring the cover art.
Yeah.
Something tangible for readers to connect with.
I love that. But those are pretty standard.
Yeah.
Could we do something more unique, something that really captures the essence of Shadows of Atonement?
What about a special edition journal?
Oh.
With a thought-provoking quote from the book on the cover?
Okay.
It could encourage fans to reflect on the themes of love, loss, and redemption, while also giving them a beautiful keepsake.
That is brilliant.
Yeah.
It encourages deeper engagement with the story and gives readers a tangible way to process their own thoughts and feelings.
Right.
You've got some fantastic ideas. What about audio? Any thoughts on how we could incorporate that into the marketing plan?
A soundtrack or a curated playlist inspired by the book could be amazing.
Oh.
Music's so powerful for setting the mood and immersing listeners in a story.
You're on fire. Now that we have a solid grasp of the story's potential,
Okay.
I'm curious about how these ideas could be tailored to specific platforms.
Right.
Let's start with Instagram.
Okay.
What kind of content do you think would resonate there?
Instagram is all about visuals, right?
Uh-huh.
So we could create a series of posts showcasing different aspects of the story. Character mood boards, location-inspired photography, and even short, evocative video clips that hint at the book's themes could be really effective.
Those are great ideas. But Instagram is also about community. How do we get people talking and interacting with each other about Shadows of Atonement?
Instagram stories are perfect for that.
Oh.
We could host Q&A sessions with the author, share behind-the-scenes glimpses of the writing process, and even create polls and quizzes to encourage fan engagement.
I like it. We could even have readers submit their own fan art or interpretations of key scenes.
Yeah.
Now let's shift gears and talk about Twitter.
Okay.
It's a completely different beast, right?
Totally.
Yeah.
Twitter is all about sparking conversations and debates.
Right.
We could use carefully chosen hashtags to reach readers interested in love stories, psychological thrillers, and even those who enjoy a good mystery.
Right.
Hosting Twitter chats with the author could also be a great way to answer fan questions and generate buzz.
Excellent point. We could even create Twitter threads that delve into specific themes from the book, encouraging readers to share their thoughts and interpretations.
Right.
Okay, so we've covered Instagram and Twitter. Yep. What about Facebook?
Facebook is great for building a dedicated community around the book.
Okay.
We could create a Facebook group where readers can connect with each other, discuss their theories, and share their favorite quotes.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
We could also use Facebook ads to target specific demographics and interests.
Yeah.
Ensuring that Shadows of Atonement reaches the right audience.
Absolutely.
Now, let's circle back to merchandise.
Okay.
Earlier, you mentioned T-shirts and mugs. Any other ideas for items that would really appeal to fans of this book?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Since the river plays such a significant role in the story, we could create a limited edition series of bookmarks. Each bookmark could feature a different quote from the book related to the river.
Okay.
Maybe made of a dark, polished wood to give it that natural, almost mystical feel.
That is so cool. I can totally picture those bookmarks being a hit with fans.
Right.
It's a subtle but meaningful way to connect with the story. Plus, they're functional. Any other ideas along those lines?
What about phone cases featuring artwork inspired by the book?
Okay.
Or tote bags with a key symbol or quote that holds significance in the story?
I love those ideas.
Yeah?
They're practical items that fans can use every day.
Right.
While also subtly showing off their love for the book.
Exactly.
This has given me so much to think about. We've covered a lot of ground.
We have.
From social media strategies to merchandise ideas.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you think we should consider?
You know, we've talked a lot about reaching readers online.
Right.
But let's not forget about the power of traditional media.
Yeah.
We could send review copies to book bloggers and influencers in the literary world.
You're so right. Getting the book into the hands of those who can spread the word organically is incredibly valuable.
It is.
What about events?
Oh, yeah.
Could we do anything special in the real world to generate excitement for Shadows of Atonement?
Absolutely. A book signing or a meet and greet with the author could be a great way to connect with readers on a personal level.
I love it. And maybe even a themed event inspired by the book.
Right.
Like a reading by the river.
Yeah.
Or a discussion panel about the themes explored in Shadows of Atonement.
Now you're thinking, this is exactly the kind of creative brainstorming we need to get this book the attention it deserves.
This has been an incredible deep dive.
It has.
We've explored so many possibilities for bringing Shadows of Atonement to life online and beyond.
We have.
What do you think is the most crucial takeaway from our discussion?
I think the key is to remember that marketing a book is about more than just selling copies.
Right.
It's about building a community, creating a shared experience, and connecting with readers on an emotional level, and with a story as powerful as Shadows of Atonement.
Yeah.
We have a real opportunity to do just that.
I completely agree. It's about tapping into those universal themes of love, loss, and redemption, and finding creative ways to bring them to life in a way that resonates with readers.
Exactly. And I have a feeling this is just the beginning. Yeah. I'm excited to see how these ideas evolve as we move forward.
Me too. So what are your initial thoughts? What ideas resonate most with you?
Yeah.
And what kind of content or merchandise would pique your interest as a potential reader? Let us know. We'll be back soon to explore more ways to make Shadows of Atonement an unforgettable reading experience.
Okay.
Until then, happy reading.
You know, as we're talking about reaching readers on an emotional level, it strikes me that we haven't really discussed Brian's profession. He's a teacher.
Right.
And from the excerpts, it seems like that plays a significant role in his character development.
That's an interesting point. We've been so focused on the love story and the mystery surrounding D-Man that we haven't really touched on that aspect of Brian's life.
Right.
Could we leverage his profession in our marketing efforts?
Definitely. It adds another layer to his character. Perhaps suggesting a nurturing side that contrasts with the mistakes he's made. We could tap into that by partnering with organizations that support educators or promote literacy.
I like that idea. It's a way to give back to the community while also promoting the book.
Right.
To an audience that might be particularly drawn to a story about a teacher.
Yeah.
Grappling with such complex issues.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We could even host a contest where teachers submit essays about the impact a book has had on their lives or the lives of their students.
That's a great idea.
Well,
it generates positive buzz, aligns with the book's theme,
yeah,
and provides valuable content for social media.
Right.
It's a win-win-win.
Now, shifting gears a bit.
Okay.
We've talked about the emotional depth of Shadows of Atonement.
Right.
But there's also this element of suspense, of mystery.
Yeah.
We need to weave that into our marketing strategy as well.
Well, we definitely don't want to give everything away up front.
Right.
The key is to pique readers' curiosity and make them crave answers.
Remember those graphic novel-style panels we discussed earlier?
Oh, yeah.
We could use those to tease out certain scenes
without
revealing too much.
Right.
Maybe focus on moments that create tension or raise questions about the characters' motives.
I'm seeing it now.
Yeah.
Like a panel showing Brian standing by the river, his back to the viewer, his shoulders slumped.
Yeah.
A sense of unease in his posture. We don't see his face. We don't know what he's thinking.
Right.
But it's clear something is weighing heavily on him.
Exactly. And the caption could be something like, "What secrets does the river hold?" Or, "Every choice casts a shadow."
Yeah.
Short, evocative phrases that leave the reader wanting more.
We could even create a series of those panels, each one hinting at a different piece of the puzzle. It would be like a visual breadcrumb trail.
Exactly.
Leading readers deeper into the mystery.
Now you're getting it. It's all about creating those touch points, those little moments of intrigue that make readers want to dive into the story and unravel the secrets for themselves.
Right.
Speaking of intrigue,
yeah,
we've touched on the river as a visual element.
Right.
But I think there's more we can do with that.
I agree. The river seems to be almost like a character itself in the story.
Yeah.
Symbolizing so much escape, peace, maybe even a sense of foreboding.
Precisely.
Yeah.
So how do we bring that symbolism to life in our marketing? Imagine this, a short, almost silent video clip for social media.
Okay.
Just the sound of rushing water.
Right.
Maybe some mist rising off the surface.
Okay.
And then a single line of text from the book appearing on screen. The river remembers.
Oh, wow.
It's subtle, but it sets the mood perfectly.
Yeah.
And leaves a lasting impression.
Okay, I'm getting chills just thinking about it.
Good.
It's so simple, yet so effective.
Right.
And it perfectly captures that sense of mystery and underlying tension that we've been talking about. We could even have different versions of the video.
Yeah.
Each featuring a different line from the book related to the river.
Brilliant. That way we keep the content fresh and engaging while reinforcing the river's significance in the story.
And remember those limited edition bookmarks we discussed? We could make sure some of the quotes featured on them are directly related to the river.
Right.
Further solidifying that connection.
Now you're thinking strategically. We're creating a cohesive campaign that reinforces the key elements of the story.
Yeah.
Across different platforms and mediums.
Right.
It's all about creating a unified experience for the reader.
I'm really excited about the direction this is taking.
Good.
We've got a great mix of visual and textual elements.
Yeah.
A dash of mystery, and even a way to tie in the main character's profession in a meaningful way.
Right.
Do you have any other ideas brewing?
You know, one thing we haven't really talked about is the target audience for Shadows of Atonement. Who do we think is going to be most drawn to this story?
That's a great question. Based on what we've discussed, I think the target audience could be quite broad.
Yeah.
We've got elements that would appeal to romance readers.
Right.
Those who enjoy psychological thrillers. And even those who appreciate a story with a touch of mystery and suspense.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's a story that seems to have something for everyone.
Right.
But even with a broad target audience, we can still be strategic in how we market the book.
That's true.
Yeah.
We can tailor our messaging and our content to appeal to different segments of our audience.
Right.
For example, when targeting romance readers, we might highlight the passionate love story between Brian and Courtney.
Right.
When targeting those who enjoy thrillers, we might focus more on the mysterious D-man and the suspenseful plot twists.
You're exactly right. It's about understanding the nuances of our target audience and crafting a marketing message that speaks directly to their interests and desires. And, of course, we can always use data and analytics to track what's resonating with readers and adjust our strategies accordingly.
This is all so fascinating. But, sometimes I get so caught up in the marketing side of things that I forget about the heart of it all, the story itself.
Right.
What is it about Shadows of Atonement that you think will truly resonate with readers on a deeper level?
At its core, this is a story about redemption, about facing our past mistakes and finding the courage to move forward.
Right.
It's a story about love, loss,
Yeah.
and the complexities of human relationships.
Yeah.
I think those themes are universal and timeless.
Yeah.
And that's what will ultimately connect with readers on an emotional level.
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
It's a story that delves into the depths of the human experience.
Right.
Exploring the light and shadow within us all. And that's what makes it so compelling.
I think we've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive.
We have.
But there's always more to explore. Are you ready to move on to the next stage of our discussion?
Absolutely.
Lead the way.
Okay, so we've talked about target audiences, social media strategies, and even some cool merchandise ideas.
Right.
But I think there's one more crucial element we need to discuss.
Okay.
The emotional core of Shadows of Atonement.
Yeah.
How do we translate the raw intensity of Brian's story into a marketing campaign that truly resonates with readers?
That's a great point. We can't just tell people that this book is emotional.
Right.
We need to show them.
Right.
And one way to do that is by focusing on the different facets of Brian's character.
Correct.
He's not just a heartbroken husband or a regretful father.
Right.
He's a complex mix of love,
Yeah.
guilt, anger,
Right.
and maybe even a hint of darkness.
So how do we showcase that complexity in a way that's both authentic and engaging?
Think about creating a series of social media posts.
Okay.
Each one highlighting a different aspect of Brian's internal struggle.
Okay.
One post could focus on his deep love for his son, maybe using a quote from that heartfelt letter he wrote. Another post could showcase the pain and guilt he feels over his betrayal.
Right.
Perhaps using a visual metaphor like a shattered mirror.
I like that. It's like we're giving readers a glimpse into the different layers of his personality.
Exactly.
Inviting them to empathize with his struggles.
And we can use carefully chosen excerpts from the manuscript to really drive those emotions home.
Okay.
For example, we could share a passage where Brian is battling his darker impulses.
Right.
Showcasing that internal conflict in a raw, honest way.
That would definitely make an impact. It allows readers to experience those emotions firsthand.
Right.
Making the story feel more real and relatable.
Yeah.
And speaking of relatable, one of the things that struck me about Shadows of Atonement is the universality of its themes.
Absolutely.
Love, loss, regret, redemption.
Yeah.
These are experiences that touch everyone's lives in some way.
Absolutely. And that's what gives this book its staying power.
Right.
It's not just a story about one man's journey. It's a reflection of the human condition itself.
Right.
And that's something we can tap into when marketing the book.
So how do we connect those universal themes to a broader audience?
We can use social media to create a space where readers feel comfortable sharing their own experiences.
Okay.
We can ask thought-provoking questions related to the book's themes, like, what's the biggest regret you've ever had?
Oh.
Or, have you ever experienced a love so powerful it changed your life?
That's a great way to encourage engagement and create a sense of community around the book.
Exactly.
It's not just about selling copies. It's about starting conversations and fostering connections between readers who might be going through similar experiences.
Exactly. And as readers share their stories, we can highlight those experiences, showcasing the power of Shadows of Atonement to touch lives in a meaningful way.
Right.
We can create a ripple effect, spreading the book's message of hope and redemption far beyond the pages themselves.
That's a beautiful image. And it ties in perfectly with that recurring motif of the river.
Yeah.
We've talked about using the river as a visual element.
Right.
But I think it can also represent the flow of shared experiences, the way our lives intersect and influence each other.
I love that we can weave that symbolism into our social media posts, our video clips, even our merchandise.
Yeah.
It's a subtle way to connect the story's themes to the reader's own journey.
This deep dive has been truly eye-opening.
It has.
We've uncovered so many creative ways to bring Shadows of Atonement to life for readers.
Right.
What do you think is the most important lesson we've learned today?
For me, it's the reminder that authenticity is key.
Yeah.
We need to be genuine in our marketing efforts.
Right.
Showcasing the raw emotions, the complex characters, and the universal themes that make this story so powerful.
Yeah.
If we do that, I have no doubt that Shadows of Atonement will find its audience and leave a lasting impact on readers.
I couldn't agree more. It's been a privilege to explore this manuscript with you.
Likewise.
And I'm excited to see what the future holds for Shadows of Atonement. Now we want to hear from you. What aspects of the story resonated most with you? What kind of marketing campaign would make you want to pick up this book? Let us know in the comments. Until next time, keep exploring the depths of human experience through the power of storytelling.